That one's an emergency work order. So it's on the consent agenda, and I wanted to make sure you knew about that.
Where is that at, Jerry? Where would that be located at?
Rosa, where is that?
It's item 11.
Item 11. Thank you, Cindy. And
just for the record, can we just go back a bit? I think we forgot open forum.
oh man, see, Cindy, see, you caught me off guard, Cindy. I'm telling you. So let me backtrack a little bit before we have this question. Did anybody sign up for open forum, Cindy?
No, just for the record, no one signed up.
Okay, so we did ask for open forum. Nobody had signed up. So my apologies. My apologies on that. So we'll move on to back to our original item, which we're on consent agenda. And so you said it's item 11. Am I correct?
Item 11, yes, sir.
All right, Jerry. Just a quick little rundown. So it's a repairing a lift station, or what is it?
Yeah, lift station 9. This is the one on off of Camino de la Rosa.
Okay.
And Catalonia, I think it's, or Thompson Road. Thompson. Yeah.
Okay. And so it's emergency repair, or what is it?
Yeah, we had a whole bunch of the high pressure lines that push the lift station sewage from the bottom to the top burst, and they're causing all kinds of problems.
Hey, Jerry, this is Steve. Unless I missed it, do we vote to approve the consent agenda?
We haven't yet.
No. Okay, so we need to decide if you want to pull number 11 and discuss it. We need to pull it, and then you need to act on the consent agenda before you discuss number 11. Otherwise, it would be out of order.
Okay. Well, then, you know what? If nobody wants to do it, I'll go ahead and pull item 11. I'll pull item 11 for discussion, I guess, after, Steve? Would it be afterwards?
After you approve the consent, we can go right to number 11 if you want to.
Oh, okay. Well, let me do that then. Do I hear I'm making that motion to pull item 11 from consent agenda? Do I have a second?
I'll second that motion.
Okay, and so it's been moved by myself and seconded by Mr. Chavez. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Any opposed on that? No opposition. Okay. So that would we'll discuss that here shortly. So then, other than that, any other questions on the other items? Items 9 or 6 through 10, or 5 through 10.
5 through 11.
No questions for me. Thank you.
Okay.
No questions.
Thank you.
None here, David. None.
Okay. And then do I hear
so move that we approve the consent agenda.
Okay. I'll second that. And all those in favor say aye.
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 And any opposed? None opposed. Okay. Ms. Beal, I know you might have just got right back on, but what we did is, since Jerry had mentioned that we're going to do the consent, item 11 was, I just asked a question about it. It's a repair on a lift station 9. So he was discussing it when Steve gave us some direction to approve the other ones. So now I pulled number 11. Yeah. So I just want to have Jerry to maybe just give us a little bit of some back history on it.
Okay, so the lines on that lift station that are pumping the sewage out of it have gone out, and so we've been pumping it manually for the last 3 weeks with a system that bypasses the whole lift station. It goes from one manhole to the other, or from the lift station to a manhole. So it's an emergency repair, and we have to get it done as soon as possible.
And what does we have cost on it, or do we have a?
Yeah, Ed, do we have the figures on that?
Good afternoon all. So we did reach out to 3 companies. We did follow procurement guidelines that Rosa set for us. CMD Endeavors was the one that was low bid, came in at $273,000. They're projecting probably about 45 days to do all the repairs needed on this lift station. Like Mr. Grijalva mentioned, we're going to be redoing the discharge lines. They're going to be sandblasting and coating the wet well. They will be doing the bypass operations during that whole time frame that they're doing the rehab of the lift station. And they're also going to rehab the manhole prior to the lift station.
Okay. Now, Ed, has it already been done?
This This lift station was rehabbed, I want to say about 10 years ago.
Okay. No, but this request here has not been done, right?
No, we're still pumping, bypassing the whole system.
Okay.
We gave the notice of proceed to the contractor.
Okay.
Rosa told us that we could put this on consent agenda so that we can just get the ball rolling. He's already ordered the parts. And we did.
And I guess my question, like I said, I'm not questioning the idea that we need to get it fixed. There's no doubt. I guess maybe even for direction from Steve, but is putting it on consent the right process, or we should have just had it on a regular agenda item? Is I guess what I'm asking.
If it's an emergency or something you really need, it really should. It's okay because you identify and you can pull any item you want from consent. So we pulled in, you can discuss it. But yeah, if it's something that we really need to address, it really ought to just fit under the regular agenda. But that's okay.
Okay, I just want to make sure. All right.
Mr. Carrasco, we just thought that it was a ratification due to the urgency of it. And since the notice to proceed has already been given to the contractor, that's what the idea was, to put under consent.
Now, one thing, because it's over $75,000, we would have had to gone through a full bidding process, which would have taken a couple of months, and that we didn't have time for.
Okay. All right. Then, Ms. Villa, since you're here, I'll pass it over to you. If you want to go ahead, Ms. Villa.
Oh, you're doing such a great job. Keep going.
I can never match you, Ms. Villa. So,
Nope.
thank you.
Okay, so I guess because we approved the consent agenda and discussed item 11, we'll move on to item 12.
Well, we need to approve item 11, though. We need to approve item 11.
Oh, we need to approve item 11. So I move to approve as discussed.
And
I'll second it.
Okay.
I'll second it.
Yes, sir.
So I approved it, and I guess Mr. Chavez.
It was Mr. Trujillo that seconded
Yes.
it.
Oh, okay.
All those
So
in favor?
all those in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? Any opposed? Motion carries. You know, Mr. Carrasco, I'm going to ask that you continue, because for some reason I'm having an issue. I don't know if it's my connection and everyone can hear me.
Okay, sure.
Yes?
I sure will. Yes, ma'am. All righty. Then moving forward. So thank you very much. So moving forward, we'll go on to item 12. Mr. Grijalva, your general manager report, please.
All right, here we go. I'm gonna do my best to share. Let's see what happens.
We can see it.
Yes?
Got it.
Yes.
Okay. The first thing I'd like to say is thank you, Cindy. Cindy has taken over the general manager's report, and she's got it in these nice colors. Managers, please pay attention. This is how you will be required to submit your reports. Again, it's got to be something from the Microsoft Office suite. No JPEGs, no PDFs. All right, so here we go. These are our projects we're going to talk about with regard to an engineering projects updates. You're also going to get a little bit of a taste of the subdivisions we're working on further down the road with new installations report. Again, the emergency manholes that we have had to have fixed, and the rehabilitation of the lift station on Camino de la Rosa. So one of the manholes, we're going with a different company that does fiberglass lining. So we're going to see how that works for some of our manholes that have lesser deterioration problems than the current ones that we let the bid out for the fix of the lift station and the adjacent manhole. And then we'll see what works best for the district, and we'll go on once the Frank Spencer report gets to us, that tells us what we have to rehabilitate as an emergency, what can take some time, and what we can use fiberglass on. Mesa del Norte, Oh, shoot, it got a little small there. We're about to start. I think we're beginning with the waiting for a company from Albuquerque to come down and do the boring. Okay, we may have a couple of issues with the vacant lot that was there that has the easement for us is now has a mobile home on it. We may have to relocate the mobile home so we can do a better job of boring and not affect the residents in that area. The assessment for the 36-inch water main is still ongoing. The next thing they're going to do is we do have to do a little bit of some upkeep of the lines so they can do proper calibration and determine what the lines look like. So we'll have to put a little bit of effort into the lines to make sure that they can inspect them properly. Well, the package plant, the company reps were here today. They met with CEA and us, and they basically gave us an overview of the plant. The plant is about to be turned on. Ed, if you know of a date, let me know. Do we know of a date, Ed?
So they did the startup today. We're probably looking within the next, I guess, 2 weeks, where we'll actually be starting to treat sewage. They'll be coaching us through the whole process. Today was actually very informative. We were out there for almost about 3 hours, and they were kind of explaining, all of the panels and how the system works. So I'm really eager to see this. Like I said, I want to say probably 2-3 weeks. So it'll be up and running and actually treating sewage for us.
And then as I guess normal, we're going to task the fats, oils, and grease people to monitor the removal of that water and seek either trucking companies, tankers, whoever wants to take that water to get on a schedule, because for the foreseeable future, until we know what price the water will bring, the water will be free. And that would avoid us having to transport the water.
That's correct.
Customer service, you know their functions. I just wanted to make sure that we refresh that. Quite a few. With IVR, some of these functions are going to either go away or morph into something more, something newer, which also includes manning that room where we have the 12 TV sets with all of our GPS infrastructure. This is what our customer service looks like for the month. Mr. Hernandez explained to the finance committee when we met that we are looking at a net income for this month, again because of the water and wastewater monies that we have brought in. These are the, and I have to work on getting the font bigger. It's at 12 right now. I'll make it bigger for you guys. These are the work orders that the meter readers have worked on, reading the meters and rereads or any problems that they have had with regard to our meter infrastructure. As you can see, they've got about 8,400 requests that they do on a monthly basis, either requests or reads. New installations, here's where the subdivisions come in. In the foreseeable future, we're going to provide you with a map where the developments are actually getting populated by meters. So right now we're giving you the figures of each one of those subdivisions, and I know it's difficult to put them in a geographic perspective, but most of them are off of North Loop, and what the connections are looking for with regard to us at this time. This is basically what the new installations people do. Everything from water rights to easements. Human resources, we've been pretty stable throughout the year, from between 117 to 120 people every month. And we have hired a significant number of people. Fortunately, because of the attritions, we've been able to take our people from either an administrative function and apply the vacancy to a field function. Following, Ryan, this is a warning to you. I don't have the service award PowerPoint. If you can get it started after I'm done, I would appreciate it. If you have it, or if not, Sabrina can probably get it started.
Yeah, I can share after you.
Item 12.
Okay.
Item 12.
Oh, it's an item?
It's an item, a separate item,
Oh,
right
okay.
after your manager report.
All right.
I'll share for you.
These
Yes,
are the
it's
two
next.
openings we currently have. We can add another mechanic to the mix, and we'll talk about that in executive session. Our injuries, accidents, any employee issues, and property damage claims for the month. In the next slide, I think we're going to show risk management and regulatory enforcement, and I'll tell you basically what's happening with regard to the property claims. And here it is. You can see the box at the top left photo, not the very top, but the one more or less, the second one down. We had another sewage spill into a residence off of Rio Negro about a month ago. We addressed the issue. We're taking soil samples and we're removing the contaminated soil from their property. So that's what we're doing right now to TCEQ standards. So far, we're doing okay. We're talking to the residents to see if they have insurance, so that if they don't, our uninsured resident insurance is going to kick in. At the very bottom, it's already got logos. You're looking at our new tanker, the one that's actually emptying out both Guadilla and the pilot truck stop. This is records management for the month. Records management is also being tasked with keeping tight control over our COVID supplies to make sure that they don't get diverted because they're important to everybody here. Mechanic shop for the month. The mechanics also spent the better part of last week getting our vehicles ready for auction and the backhoe. Only one vehicle had to be towed. The rest of them actually went under their own power. So far, pre-bidding has put us at $15,000 before the auction, which is this Saturday. Our solid waste customer count, solid waste income and work orders. Oops, sorry. This is the IT department. As usual, they're quite busy. Ryan is also actively working on the transfer to IVR, which means the automated answering service where you can pay your bill with an automated service. We're having to fix a lot of small nuances to it. So the implementation date has been changed from December 16th to somewhere around January 11th. And the reason being is we didn't realize it. Our envelope stuffer has to know that it's not going to send an envelope to a particular person that chose e-billing. And so we're making sure that all of that works, and it works well before we port it out to our customers. Our firewall report, as usual, coming from either China or somewhere in the Middle East. Our website report, basically Mondays and weekends are when our websites get hit on the most by customers. And here's what's interesting is we're seeing a lot more of contact us. Contact Us is an email system that says whenever you have an issue or you want to relay something to the Lower Valley Water District, contact us, and it sends a shotgun email to everybody, including me, to make sure that as a group, we address the customer's concern. So it's a really good way. It's working very well. Usually by the time I call the particular person that's in charge of the program where the email was sent, they've already answered the request. This is our vehicle usage for the month. Lately, our top vehicles are actually not solid waste, but the vehicles mainly used by risk management. And again, because we have had so many issues with regard to our sewer infrastructure, clogs, fishing out all kinds of rags and COVID supplies from them that contribute to these clogs, that the vehicles have sustained a lot of mileage. I don't think there's a night, one night a week that Mr. Mireles isn't out there or talking his way through fixes that happen either late at night or early in the morning. These are our vehicles. We'll work on the idling time. Part of the problem with the idling time is that our solid waste trucks, as you can see, the 500s on the bottom of that chart, have to wait in line at the landfill, and they're running. That's basically what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So far, viruses, we're doing fine. System says we're healthy, so I guess we're healthy, right, Ryan? All right, and that's it for me. I'm going to stop sharing so that Ryan could put on the awards and for the employees that have had service awards and have retired.
So, is it cool?
I'm okay.
Yeah. 76 now.
Before Jerry starts, does anybody have any questions on his prior? I will say, Jerry, the upgrade to the
new format.
Yeah, the new format is very nice, and so thank you, Cindy.
It's 100% Cindy, man. I didn't do it. Maybe it was my fault for touching it, right?
Yeah. No, trust me, Jerry. I believe you. I know it was Cindy. I'm kidding. But no, it's really nice, and like I said, the clarity and then the way just all the different types and stuff is very quick to read and easy to look at. So much appreciated. Any other questions as far as any of the projects or anything?
No
question. Okay, Jerry. Okay,
None.
Jerry, go ahead.
All right, here we go. Get it started, Ryan. You guys may recognize some of these people. They've been with us for a while. I think you have to push down arrow or something, but it should take a few seconds on its own, man.
Just give me a second here.
Your clock actually counts slower than mine.
I'm gonna start it over. Okay, you guys should be seeing it now. You can start.
Is it moving? There we go. Janet Perez is our timekeeper. Does an excellent job. Lvwd works for new installations, and Claudia works for billing. She's the person that sends out all of our bills every month. Jacob's our water meter supervisor. Okay. Mr. Mireles, you know Mr. Mireles, risk and regulatory enforcement. It's moving. I think, I hope.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
It takes its time in some places. It's probably going to jump to 10 years or something.
Let me go back one. Oh, there it goes.
There we go.
There it goes.
Ricardo Martinez works for field operations, sorry. Diego Avila is a meter reader. Mr. Almanza works our vectors. He works for risk management. He's a commercial driver, commercial vehicle driver. Aaron is in facilities. He's one of our handymen. Leticia Esparza is now working for human resources. Ruth Ramirez is Mr. Orozco's assistant in field operations, and everybody knows Cesar Galindo, supervisor for solid waste. David Nunez is a solid waste driver. Imelda Castor is risk management and regulatory enforcement's admin person. Mr. Vilca is our current supervisor for the mechanic shop, and Mr. Montelongo, who is one of our retirees, is a solid waste driver. You gotta know these guys. We've changed a lot in the past 6 months, but that's Ruben Orozco. All right, Joe Magallanes, our water sampler. We're gonna miss him. He always had a positive attitude. Mr. Hernandez was our SCADA person, and he was very quiet, but always was relied upon to do a very good job. And Mr. Mondelongo, solid waste driver for at least 15 years with us. All right, and that's it.
Didn't see Dolores there.
Not yet. And thank you, Ms. Ontiveros, for putting that together.
Yeah, it was very, very nice. Very nice.
Great. Good.
Okay. Does any, well, I appreciate you. That was really nice. I guess we'll have to, if we ever do get together back again over there, if they do want to come back, maybe that might be a chance to still come back and recognize them in front of the entire staff. If we do something, but I know it's kind of tough. This year's been different for everybody, but very, very nice presentation. We appreciate it. Okay. Any questions? Ms. Vigil, you still here? Okay. You still want me to proceed, Ms. Vigil? Move on. Okay. All right. Next item 14, discussion of possible action to offer an employee assistance program through Integrity Employee Assistance, Inc., DBA Well Connect as a benefit to Lower Valley Water District employees. Ms. Ontiveros?
Hi, good evening. So we would like to have the ability to offer an employee assistance program to our employees. If you're familiar with employee assistance programs, they help employees who are struggling with personal issues, have difficulty focusing on work because of these outside issues that are affecting them day to day. Employee assistance programs offer things such as mental health, help with mental health issues, legal and family advice, drug and alcohol addiction, health and caregiving issues, financial counseling, and grief counseling, amongst others. We worked with procurement, and they put the EAP program out to bid. We received feedback from 2 programs, Deer Oaks and Well Connect. And after going through everything, we have chosen to go with Well Connect for the price, and they're also a local service. And so we are asking the board to approve the EAP program through Well Connect as the provider.
And this, according to this is $3.17 per employee per month. So the district's paying for this?
Yes, we would like to offer it as a benefit along with the medical, dental, and vision.
How come we didn't discuss this in one of the HR committee meetings?
We discussed it several months back, probably early part of the year. It's been quite some time.
Yeah, but I don't think you guys came back with what the fees were or anything like that, right?
No, you're correct.
And so
So it,
with the total employees we have, how much would it be per month?
it's going to be less than 5,000 a year. So let me do it really quick. It's $317 per employee per month. We have about 120 employees. It comes out to $380 a month, approximately, and it offers up to 6 sessions included at that price. If they're not able to help the employee any further, they work with the Blue Cross insurance to refer them to a counselor that would be within the insurance network.
So that's about $4,500 a year.
Right.
And if I may, Ms. Veal, I guess maybe the question I might have is that we just recently just kind of redid or reapproved the employee benefits package, right? I mean, back in just recently, correct?
Yes.
The insurance, yes.
Yes, and so this wouldn't have been something that would have been placed, I guess, even for the HR committee or the entire board to, I guess, be informed of prior? Why wasn't it, I guess, included in the previous presentation for the entire health benefits package?
We were working with procurement to try to get the bid out, but we weren't able to get the bid out on time in order to be with the other benefits. Because of the cost of it, Mr. Blanco informed us that we didn't need to come to the board with it. It was going to initially be included, but we weren't able to get the bid back in time. Is that correct, Rosa?
Okay, so we obtained the proposals, and I think where the confusion is it doesn't necessarily have to be approved with the rest of the employees, because if it's a new benefit, that's what's being presented now, to get board approval to offer this new benefit to the employees. So the other benefits that are on open enrollment, of course, have already been approved by the board. The goal here today is to get this program or benefit approved, for the employees. So, I mean, yeah, it went out for a proposal and not really a bid because of the amount of the money. But as far as timelines, I guess I really don't know how to answer, since what we're trying to do here is just, ask the board to approve this extra benefit to assist the employees. I don't know if I'm making sense.
Yeah, I think you are making sense, Rosa. The only problem I think that what the board is saying is this is a benefit that maybe was discussed first part of the year, but here we are in the month of December. I don't remember it. I think it should have been brought back to the committee or put an agenda item for the entire board to look and then agree, and then you all go do what you have to go do. That didn't happen.
We can do that if you like. You can table it if you want to.
I think that, I don't know how the rest of the board feels.
I just had a quick question. This is Rod Chavez. For Mr. Hernandez, how does that impact the budget? Did we budget for this when we had discussions on this topic earlier in the year? Over.
It's only 4,500. That means that it's included in the budget.
4,500.
Okay, so no major impact on our budget then.
No, very good.
Yeah, and I agree with you, Rod. It's not a lot. The amount is not big, and I think it's something that we can offer. But like I said, I don't remember talking about it, and I just to me it seems like it's something that should have been put, like the entire package, either done. And if it wasn't, I guess part of it, it just seemed like it should have been all together. Whether it's been the health insurance, the dental program, the eye vision program, and then this was going to be like an additional. That's fine, just so we could all know. But it's like it just came up later. But I just thought it should have been. But I don't remember being discussed in an HR meeting prior, but I got a lot of things going on myself. Okay, any other questions at all? Do I hear a motion either to table?
none here.
I'm sorry, Ms.
Yeah, I
Villegas.
kind of would like to know a little more about it myself. I don't know how the rest of the board feels.
I agree. We can move to table it and then discuss it, maybe in the HR committee, and then come back with a recommendation.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Okay. Is
That's
that
a good.
okay? Any other discussion? And Rod, was that Mr. Chavez? Was that in the form of a motion?
Yes, I'll make that as a form of a motion. Over.
Okay.
To table it, huh?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
yes, sir.
Right, okay.
Okay. Do I hear a second?
I'll second it.
Okay. This has been moved and seconded to table item, pardon me, 14, item 14, and then bring back to the board at a later time once discussed in meetings. And do I hear all those in favor say aye?
Aye.
Aye.
I
Any opposed? Okay, that motion carries. So this item is tabled until further discussion. All righty. Moving on to item 15, discussion of possible action to approve Lower Valley Water District Lift Station Evaluation Project. Mr. Long.
The district requested a proposal from Frank Spencer and Associates to provide professional engineering services for the lift station evaluation of the entire system. This is a total of 16 lift stations. I did speak with both the Engineering and Finance Committee regarding this item and Mr. Hernandez. We're basically, it's going to be a technical evaluation of how these lift stations are performing. Some are generating a lot of gas, like lift station number 9. We're having problems with the piping. So they're going to go through it and give us a rundown on what needs to be addressed immediately and what we can put off for the next year or two. If nobody has any questions, the administration recommends approval of the proposal from Frank Spencer in the amount of it's $188,215 with 90 cents.
Okay. Any discussion on this item?
hold on, Mr. Carrasco. Hang on.
Yes, ma'am.
No, I had it confused with something else. I'm fine with it. And if no one else has any questions, I so move to approve as presented.
Okay. And then just real quick, so it's just the evaluation of the entire system,
Yeah.
right? Lift station system?
That's correct. They're going to look at from the pumps to the piping to the control panels, the odor control on the ones we do have, the ones that are lacking, if they're missing generators, if we have the ability to add generators to these, the ones that have hoist. I mean, it'll be a thorough evaluation of all our lift stations.
Okay.
And then-
And my only question was, to do like something like this, do we need to get 3 proposals or an RF?
So we're going through, this is on the new on-call services where you all let us hire, I believe it's 5 firms. And they are currently doing the manhole evaluation. So this kind of ties in with the manholes.
Okay.
The firms, I felt that they were the most qualified to do this type of work. And they've done it before in other districts.
Okay. Steve, would that be correct? Steve, we don't need to go out for an RFP?
Not if it's part of the on-call. We already did that. So you have an RFQ that you approve 5 firms. If this fits within an RFQ for those types of services, and this is one of the approved firms, they can contract it that way.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, there's any other questions or discussion. I'll second the motion made by Ms. Vigil.
Okay.
So it's been moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye. To approve.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay, that item carries as well. Thank you, Ed.
Thank you.
All right, moving on to item 16, and that's discussion of possible action to renew GPS Samara contract for a 3-year term. Mr. Rodriguez.
Good evening, everyone. This is a discussion and possible action to renew the GPS services contract. So if you remember last year, we tested out 3 different providers of GPS, and we decided to go with Samsara. This has been the first year we've been with them, so this will be just a 3-year renewal. I did discuss this in the IT committee meeting, and we went over the total, which would be for 3 years, $175,743.32, and the monthly payment of $881.87. That's going to stay the same price that we've been paying for the first year into the next 3 years. So at this time, the administration is seeking board approval for a 3-year contract renewal with Samsara Inc. for GPS equipment and services.
It was we met, Mr. Chavez and I met with Ryan and others. And to be honest with you, I was really impressed. Ryan showed us some videos as samples. And I mean, this program really narrows down everything. And if there's ever a doubt, it's in there. And so I was pretty impressed. And I personally would recommend, I'm sure Rod Chavez feels the same. I personally would recommend that we approve. Mr. Chavez, I don't know how you feel.
Yes, I absolutely agree. It's a wonderful program. There's no cost increase. And I think it's going to save the company or the district in the event of a liability. It's just a wonderful, good tool to have. So I would recommend the district approving this item.
Okay. All right. Then any other discussion? Any questions?
No, sir.
No.
Do I hear a motion to approve?
I still move to approve this item as presented.
Okay.
And I'll second the motion.
Okay. It's been moved by Ms. Vigil and seconded by Mr. Chavez. All those in favor, say aye.
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 And any opposed? Nobody opposed. That motion carries as well. Thank you. All right. Going to the next item. Item 17 is executive session. So at this time, the board of directors will retire an executive session pursuant to sections 551.071-551076 Texas Government Code to discuss any of the following: 551071 and 551074. Discussion regarding pending personal matters and pending litigation in the matter of and Jack Alian versus Lower Valley Water District. The time is 7:20. The board is now in executive session. We'll see you shortly. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
What do you do? I leave this. Here. Cases.
The other one?
Executive.
Okay, see. Oh, I guess it's this. Where does it say join meeting?